Colorado is one of the states with the fewest numbers of families that have a stay-at-home parent, but having a parent home with children is on the rise, and the number of stay-at-home dads is at an all-time high. Here to talk about ways these parents can take care of themselves is 9 News wellness expert and psychotherapist Hahns. Good morning.
Good morning, Natasha. Happy holiday.
Happy holiday too. So what creates balance for at-home parents?
Yeah, so balance looks a little bit differently for every family based on their unique circumstances, but a balanced parent is one who has warmth and rules. And that type of balanced parenting has been shown to be a big protective factor against teen problem drinking, regardless of race or gender or education or income level of the family. Now, at-home parents are shown to have lower well-being, so doing things that promote wellness this summer will help make them more balanced, and these long light days can really help them do that.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. What are the different ways for parents?
Sure. So the main thing I'd recommend is to use creativity instead of money, because having an at-home parent means foregoing an income. And fortunately, during the summer, most of the things that we love are free or close to it, like hiking, going to a reservoir or pool, or pitching a tent in the backyard for kids to camp out in. I mean, that was one of my favorite memories. You could cool off in the afternoon at the library or a bookstore, each looking at your own books. And kids can spend hours building forts or coming up with skits or plays while the parents relax and wait for the show. Another thing to do just goes back to that wellness piece and focusing on the basics, which are nutrition, movement, and rest. You can take your kids on an outing to the store and teach them how to pick out a healthy picnic for the park or the patio, showing them things like how to find protein and fiber and vitamins. And a lot of gyms have childcare, or you could do a yoga video at home with your child. And then also it's important to have some type of rest and me time during the day, both for parents and kids. And then one more thing I want to mention is that it's good to be social as a family, because at-home parents report feeling isolated. One way to do that is to join a faith-based organization, because they have communities for both kids and the parents within them. And religion has been shown to be a health factor in the short and long term for kids, but it doesn't have to be. There are meetup clubs for dads in Denver and all sorts of activities that you can Google and find ways to get involved.
Yeah, Heather, I love all of your suggestions. They're very mindful. Speaking of which, let's talk about screen time. I feel like that's the uphill battle with parents. How do you factor that into the summer balance?
Thanks so much. And I think that's a really important question, because screen time for kids doubled during the pandemic and it hasn't gone down. So the recommended limits for kids 2 to 5 are an hour a day, and over 5 is 2 hours a day. And parents can create electronic free zones or times of the day, but part of balanced parenting means having two-way communication with your kids. So that means involving them in some of the limits and the decision making regarding the rules, and then they'll be much more likely to take ownership and comply with them.
All right, Heather, love your suggestions. Thank you so much.